Welcome back to Path of Exile. We're currently in Act 6, but we're actually going to take a break from progression today, and we're going to visit the Rogue Harbor. We looted one of the markers, so we can now travel there. Let me speak to Kurai first.
Do I hear the clink of markers in your pockets? Claimed from one of your victims? Or perhaps the victim of one of your victims? It is impossible to know how far back that chain could unwind, but now they belong to you. And you seem to be in good health. To the victor, etc. It seems you are the one I have patiently waited for. Yes, you will do just fine. Take a marker in your hand, speak these words into your mind. The ring binds us all, and to all within I shall do no harm. I will see you soon. Stay safe.
And let's open the inventory and use one of the markers. We have 200. And here we are at the Rogue Harbor. We're gonna have to speak to Kurai again. There are, of course, plenty of characters here. This was one of the more interesting leagues in terms of characters, writing, voice acting as well. Not everyone's favorite, but I really enjoyed it. Quite a few years back. Almost 3 years, maybe even more.
I am Adia. I will enable your travel to and from locations of interest.
So Adia is the
Remain
one you
vigilant.
talk to begin the heists and grand heists.
Oh, another green footpad. The turnover here. Listen carefully, for I do not like to repeat myself. My name is Faustus. I am your fence. If you have something of value, you come to me. Understood? Every other day, we have some brain-dead upstart who thinks they could circumvent the system. Oh, they go gallivanting around proclaiming the founder, Gilded Wonder or some such. Either the Templar or another less charitable organization gets wind of it, and we never see them again. Well, sometimes we see parts of them. Usually on a pike or smeared across the ground at the base of the towers. I am here for a reason. I am your protector. I am what stands between you and a very short life as a fugitive. I am your plausible deniability. Follow the rules, and you will grow wealthy and stay healthy.
And this was
Farewell.
Faustus.
Welcome, Exile, to the ring. I am Kurai. While you are here, you will do no harm to any of its members. You are a guest of the ring, and the boss has no tolerance for guests who do not obey his rules. What goes around comes around, if you will excuse the aphorism. Take your time and look around. Introduce yourself to the others here. When you are ready, find me. The ring has a job for you, if you are willing. Anytime.
So we do need to speak to everyone before we can start the first heist. It's more of a tutorial mission, actually.
Round here, people call me Tibbs. Not the quietest little sneak, and I'm not exactly nimble with these big sausage fingers. But if you find yourself on the wrong side of something heavy, you wish you thought to hire me. Later.
And yes, as you can imagine, Tip's specialty is breaking through doors.
Got something needs made or unmade? I can take them apart as fast as I put them together, sometimes faster. Or is it the other way around? I've had an idea just now for a spinning device that... Oh yes, my name is Isla. I'm an engineer. Welcome. Got to remember your name next time.
I'm cast. Rather than waste my youth reading, I put that time to better use. Now I can pick just about any lock you're likely to come across.
And there's the engineer, and we have the lockpick. One last character to speak to.
Talamoana and good tidings. I'm Fakano, though most people know me as the Barber. If you need a trim and tidy, then take a seat. But a little fishy told me you may be more interested in a conversation than a cut. A man like myself traveling around as much as I do hears a lot of things. Everyone needs their haircut once in a while, and I am a very attentive listener. Some of the things I hear could be very lucrative to people with certain, shall we say, unscrupulous ambitions. Drop a few markers in the tip jar, and I may accidentally drop some of my meticulously well-kept notes.
So we can reveal the blueprint read details here. This is for grand heists, and it will not come into play, at least for the time being. What I'm interested in is purchasing some items. So these are contracts, and we can use Orbs of Chance. We have a few of them. We have 10, maybe more in the stash tabs. Now let me buy one of these. There's engineering. Monsters are hexproof. We're not going to be doing that. There's brute force. Let me buy one of these so we can get introduced to tips as well. And an engineering one.
Talakura.
A client wishes to utilize our services. The boss would like to offer you the opportunity to assist member cast on this job. There is room yet in the ring if you can handle the work. The details are on the contract. I suggest you review it before you set off. Speak to Aria when you are ready. She will get you within range of the mark. And try to keep your partner safe so he may do what he is best at. Cast is not as tough as he believes, but the boss has never seen another lockpick as talented. Stay out of trouble.
So now we have the contract, and we can place it on the slot. We'll pick Karst.
Just keep me alive. I'll do the rest.
Sign everything, of course. And we can head to the bunker.
Reckon I'll have a night out with the lads after this one. Can't remember the last time I blacked out.
So the goal here is to find the item of value in the final room of the
We ain't alone.
actual
Place is
instance.
crawling with guards. You're here to make sure they don't kill us both.
And pick as much treasure we can on the way there.
Coming. Reckon I'll find something better.
Forward. Intruder!
I've got the best of you.
Seize them!
Good. You take that. We got company.
Who goes there?
Easy.
I
I'll
command
pick
you
any
to
locks
stop
that get in
with
our way.
your lives.
You keep me alive. Yeah? Oi, what's the hands?
When I'm ready,
You don't want
and
it.
not
Consider
before.
your actions, yeah? We don't want too much attention.
Okay, this rare is a
I've got the
lot
best.
more
We
tough
got
than I
company.
expected.
Surrender or die!
Keep it down or else.
Scum! Trespassers! Intruder!
two, we got company. Might need to bail soon.
Intruder! Hey, you!
Urn's on the other side of this door. Grab it so we can get out of here. Almost there. Don't screw it.
Halt!
This'll be quick. Yeah! Yeah!
Alright, we're actually at the final room. This is the urn that we need. Let me open the safe first. And we have to be very careful because once we actually break this display, all hell will break loose and we have to run to the exit. Let me assign this skill point. Yeah, how about charisma? And we can activate grace.
Too much clutter.
Hear that? We've been made. Grab what you can and head out.
Back the way we came, rookie.
Don't slow down.
This lot don't look friendly.
Break!
For your honor. Intruder! For your honor! I'll try to make it quick.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Lend a hand, rookie. Hold the line.
For you.
I'll bloody do it, mate. Trespassers. Here with your blood.
Oh, wait a minute, this is a dead end.
Failure means death. Hold the line. Not even close, mate.
And we're almost at the exit.
Rookie! Rock! No, man.
We're still breathing, Rook. So you ain't done half bad. Take that urn to Faustus, yeah? He'll sort you out.
For a moment there, I thought we were going to die. But that was a contract well done. So let me level up these skill gems and we can go and turn that urn in. We're gonna sell it to Faustus
I'll get it where it needs to go.
and we get some markers for it, of course, which we can use to fund the next contracts and blueprints that we do. Okay, so the question is, did we loot anything interesting? Okay, that's a decent one, I want to say. 61 life. And can we craft? Yes, we can craft. There's an open affix. Going to sell that as well.
Completed your first contract? Well, nearly. A contract isn't technically complete until the goods are in the hands of the client. You give me the urn, and and I'll give you the markers you've earned. I yearn for the urn to give you what you've earned. What fun. Don't go spending your markers all in one place. That, my friend, is a little joke. You see, they're only good here, so to imply you could spend them elsewhere is very humorous indeed. I like you, Exile. Don't do anything stupid and ruin that. Good luck to you.
Okay, I want to check something out. So let me actually speak to the gondolier and go back to the act.
Good tidings to you.
So we have these two rings. They're not exactly useful, but we can use 2 gems to turn them into resistance rings. The question is, are they going to reroll? It looks like they do, but they turn into a normal item and not another rare. So I'm guessing this is a better option, just to get some shards. Yeah, that's fine.
Time and tide wait for no man.
There's an essence to craft minion damage affixes. We're not really gonna use that. And we're gonna need the strength of the heavy belt. I'm going to place the chain one in the stash. Can't really say how much the other item is going to help us, but we can do one more contract here. There's a underbelly contract. I think the underbelly is the annoying one. We'll speak to Tibbs
Right. What's the
about
job?
helping us here. And we can sign and get started.
I hope you enjoyed your first job. Cast spoke highly of you. Well, he did not outright speak poorly of you, which for Cast means a great deal. The items you procure should be exchanged with Faustus for markers. In addition to allowing entry onto ring premises, markers can be redeemed with the residents of the ring for various goods and services, including blueprints. Please do not hesitate to speak to me if you need further elucidation. I suggest you return to your ordinary duties, whatever they may be, until another contract crosses your path. Anytime.
Always get butterflies before a job. You're gonna be sorry. And I'm gonna be sorry.
Oh, I don't think so.
This area is a bit shorter than the others.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Keep calm and quiet. Heads up. We got trouble. Good stuff.
You're mine!
Keep it quick and quiet.
Thieves! Any
Heads up.
last words?
You got trouble.
You're gonna regret this!
Easy.
Come on, come on!
Who goes?
Here we go. Heads up. We got trouble.
And this is what? This is the Golden Matadal Idol.
Oh, we're dead!
Form a wall!
I'll do my best, but damn!
No one enters!
Out of the way!
You're dead quick. Push him back!
And let's get out. Okay, never mind. That was the wrong path.
It appears you met great success.
Huge success.
Yeah, that
I
was
am
a huge success.
for you, Mr. Tibbs.
Do I have to talk to Tibbs? Actually, I do not. All I have to do is turn in the
Find something to sell?
idol that we looted.
The craftsmanship. Return soon, yes?
Okay, do I want to do any more contracts? This is a tough one. We're going to assign one more skill point to get 10% more effectiveness out of our auras. There we go. We can store these contracts on the heist locker. And let me buy just a few more
What have you got for me?
from
Gentlemen,
Wakanda.
tidy. Have some contracts if you need one.
These are level 50. We're not strong enough to do these yet. As you can tell, the areas after you loot the item, the target item, get really tough. This is a high value one.
Bye.
In the parentheses next to the high target, you can see, for example, moderate value, high value, and this refers to the amount of rogue markers that you get from completing it. So now we can go back to Lionized Watch and finish Act 6. We'll be back to doing heists when we're a bit tougher. It's a great way to get items, experience of course, and you can find some unique items only to heists. But it does require a strong character, because if you die, all the items that you looted are removed from your inventory. Also, I should clarify that this happens if you die after looting the item and triggering the alarm. If you die beforehand, you can go back in. There's a rogue exile here. This is Eon. Our cold resistance is pretty good. He wasn't doing much damage to us. He's at 74. You can get away with having lower resistances for the first part of the campaign, but after you kill Kitava, you definitely should be close to 75. Am I going to loop around towards the end? No, I'm not. Okay, thankfully. This ridge is a bit difficult to navigate. And we're back in the prison. Let me activate the waypoint. We have to find a Trial of Ascendancy here. Okay, that's a dead end. Never mind. Other than the necromancers, the most dangerous enemy here is this amalgamation in cages. They spin around and they do massive damage. Okay, this is the entrance to the tower. I'm going to open a waypoint. So after we get the... excuse me, I opened a portal, so when we get the next waypoint, we can use that portal and look for the Trial of Ascendancy in there. It's going to save us some time having to backtrack. There's a stairs leading up. Almost got hit by that. Is this the finer room? Actually, I should say finer floor of the tower. Might be. Okay, I think it is. We can fight the boss at the rooftop. Okay, we have to get to the platform in the middle. Hold on, that was a divination card. Let's pick it up. And we have Brutus and Chevron.
Not you! On my life and my work, I shall not suffer this humiliation again!
I'm surprised she remembers this.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Okay, so after they fuse, it becomes a lot more difficult. I'm not even sure how I got hit there. But that was this fight. We have to go to the Warden's chambers and find another recipe before we can move on. This is spell damage. We're gonna need that one. And we can go back to Lion Eye's Watch. I think we can complete a couple of quests here.
Good work clearing another path through Axiom Prison. I'm starting to think those stories I've heard about you might be true.
So we get a reward. This is a 4-link item. Of course, it's an identified. We're going with evasion and energy shield.
With the road to the Frisian forest clear again, I trekked through to the forests beyond to see if the strangeness we're seeing on the coast is also happening inland. What I saw nearly froze my heart solid. The animals there, poor wretches, overtaken by some sort of parasite. As close as I can reckon, they're like termites, burrowing into flesh and mind instead of wood. If I'm right, there'll be a nest somewhere, and a queen. If you can find it, destroy it. Those parasites aren't something we want to see around here anytime soon. Farewell.
So this quest is about another one of the gods. Let me identify everything first. We have to deal with these parasites. So this is not really useful. This 4-link is honestly not really usable either. Neither are the gloves. And we can just sell everything. This is another good opportunity to use some of the... okay, where are they? Currency tab, yeah, right here. Some of these jeweler's orbs. Okay, that's good enough. That's a green socket. We can play Swift Affliction. There's Malevolence. And okay, this is decoy totem. And I'm going to try and link these boots, at least the two red sockets. Okay, they're fully linked, that's fine. And I want to link increased duration.
Who'd have thought those bleating bastards would go and find religion, eh? Now there's nothing quite so sure to spoil a man's appetite than an ecclesiastical debate come supper time. Yet this goatman god, this Aberath, seems fair determined to mix his morsels with his spiritual enlightenments. To put no finer point on it, when the goatmen find him a soft pink human or two as divine sacrifice, he eats them, meat, soul, and all. Well, that's what the legends say.
I'm afraid these legends are true. So this is the goat man we're going to have to deal with. It's a bit tough for this part of the game. I'm going to wait for a few levels. Now, where do we want to place this other skill point? We can work towards some more damage. And oh, this one I definitely want to get. This is a damage over time mastery. 10% less damage taken from dots. We don't have a lot of regen, and this will definitely come in handy. So since Piety is not around to block the path here, we can head straight to the forest. Unlike the Act 1 version of the Prisoner's Gate. And before I forget, we can actually go to the encampment that Alira was in. Okay, this is the path leading there. To find another recipe. I always forget this one. Yeah, these are the parasites Tarkly was talking about, and they are extremely annoying and deadly. They do a lot of physical damage. So every time you kill an enemy, make sure you keep moving, or at least you try to avoid these spitting projectiles. There was a delirium mirror. Not really gonna attach these. Yeah, everything here is infested. And this is the exit to the southern forest. That was a beast that we can hunt with Einhar, but I just want to keep moving.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Okay, this is the Smuggler's Cache. If you're interested in doing heists, you definitely need to open these. They contain many of the contracts and rogue markers, of course. There's a unique one. This was actually taken out by Tibbs. More of a story mission, but we're definitely completing that one. Alright, let me get into the caverns and out of this nightmare of a zone.
The Brand King. His time has almost come. Then hope will be... I will be gone. Please, take the Black Flag. It once fluttered from the mast of the Black Crest, Whalem Roth's ship. Throw it into the flames of the beacon. It's your only chance of reaching me, of turning this tide. The King can't keep secrets like this from me any longer. It's just the way of things. Find me, please, before...
So Nessa changed quite a bit. It's fine though. I'm sure we'll be able to meet her again. Is this the right way? Probably not. I remember the exit being towards the southwest. Getting there, though, is a different story. This is the unique boss of the area. I'm just gonna place a decoy totem and run.
When I'm ready, and not before.
There's a diamond flask. Okay. I'm going to die if I'm not careful. We're not gonna be critting anytime soon, so...
You there, local, come here.
So before we talk to Gwennen, I want to clear this area. Okay, I think we're almost done. I'm not gonna interact with the forge.
Life is short. Deal with it.
I bet a yokel like yourself would be eager to see some explosions. Never mind why we're blowing things up just yet. We'll get to that. I've gone ahead and marked the locations of likely treasures and dangers. Consider me magnanimous. You can choose what we uncover, since I'm eager to see what kind of luck you possess. I'll wait back here, as far back as possible. Lay out a chain of devices. We'll make a mighty fine display. Until next time.
Okay, we have to place explosives. And we hit the detonator when we're done. There are a lot of remnants. They will power up the enemies. And of course, these markers are going to be important because this is where the treasure and the enemies are. The skulls on pikes, spears or whatever they are, indicate much tougher monsters. So monster penetrate, chaos resistance, that's a fine one. All damage can ignite, that's also okay, cannot leech. Monsters are always critical strikes, we definitely do not want that one.
Try to go as far as you can with the detonation cord. Further! Keep going! Away from me.
And one last. Can we actually open that chest? I think we can.
Shall we light it up?
Okay, now we have to detonate the explosives and of course deal with all the enemies that we're going to unearth. There's also an icon that is going to display a list of all the mods. So you can review this, make sure that you haven't created something you cannot handle.
I should also mention, this might unearth monsters. You can take him. Go get him, local. You did it. You did it! Most of the locals I grabbed for this job don't last long.
Okay, now that everything is dead, we have to loot and open these chests. That one was empty. That's fine.
Ha, yes. I could have been more upfront about the danger. But you see, people don't take the job when I mention that the upturned ground is full of deadly creatures. It's a mighty awful land you've got here, local. I wonder anyone survives at all. Though that does speak to why I'm here in the first place. But you'll have to ask Danig about that, if you find him. By the way, if you enjoy a bit of risk, I've got a few things I've unearthed that might be of interest to you.
And this is the expedition shop. Gwenin allows you to buy items without seeing what they actually are. When you see a base item, for example, this Lunaris circlet, if you actually purchase it, it can turn into a unique, it can turn into a rare, it can remain normal, it could be corrupted, a lot of outcomes. The items that you get from these events, you can store, and we're not going to buy anything right now because we don't have enough artifacts. When we collect a few more, we'll be back. So yeah, there's the expedition locker that's available in the hideout. We're going to tick this box, the affinity box, so every time we loot these items or we try to deposit something in the stash, it is automatically placed in the locker. This will save some time sorting stuff. And there's the exit. Not where I was hoping the exit would be. Normally, I was expecting it to be somewhere to the southwest. This is actually way up north. There's a waypoint.
Now that we've a chance to talk without explosives and monsters around us, I'm Gwennon. Luck is my game, but it's no game. It's deadly serious. You have to believe you're going to win, or you won't. That's the nature of this life, understand? It is what you make of it. So when you gamble with me, know that it's your fault if you lose. You just didn't believe hard enough.
And we can also sell items here. So this one, not that useful either. There's some life, there's 33 cold. Actually, never mind. We're keeping these. Okay, we can sell this one.
Until next time.
We can't really use the accuracy, but we can craft a bit more resistance.
When I'm ready, and not before.
That's a rogue exile. Many of the enemies here are still infested with parasites, which means I'm just going to run through. Oh, never mind, that's actually a dead end.
Come on now, don't go all day.
Oh, this is Tujen. He is another one of the expedition members. I'm definitely doing this event, but it's gonna take a while to clear everything.
The name's Tujen. You've quite the aura of darkness. Glad to work with you. That's just the kind of temperament this Wraeclast demands.
So before we place explosives, let me just assign one more skill point. Our stats are doing okay, but I'm still going to get this strength node. I don't want to run into problems with these attributes. This is +1 to lightning skill gems. Still not really useful. Monsters are immune to curses. That is not something we can deal with. Let's place one here. And the final explosive. That's good.
When I'm ready, and not before.
And we didn't really get anything useful, unfortunately. There's a coin, knockback support.
What you need?
Did we actually skip something? No, I think we're done. Usually they have some voice lines when the event is complete. Maybe that didn't trigger for a reason. One more recipe to grab here. This is life and mana. The objective here is to light this beacon. The problem is, these enemies with parasites are going to absolutely destroy us. I need to do my best to clear up as much as I can before we trigger the events, because more enemies will spawn here out of thin air.
When I'm ready, and not before.
And we're done. That's a 4-link. Might as well pick it up. We're gonna hit the ignition switch. We're gonna throw the flag into the beacon, and we just have to wait for the ship.
So you're the shite that's gone and summoned me to the beacon, eh? Damn it all. Says rules, and now I'm bound to you. The legendary Whale of Wrath, captain of the Black Crest. Cursed to be the undead slave of some lowly outcast by the looks of it. You got an ass for a brain in a tick skull of yours? Of course I'll ferry you to the Prime King's bloody reef. I'll be wanting to discharge this accursed duty and get back to me afterlife. It's not right. Not natural being above water without a beating heart in me chest. So get yourself aboard and be quick about it.
So we're going to sail to the reef.
Okay, I'm going to be bawling and chaining after your sorry ass once our journey to the reef is done.
This is the final area. Let me just identify some of these items. Not much we can use here. How about... that one is decent. I don't want to spend any more resources at this point.
Good tidings to you.
So now that everything is done, we can fight the boss. This is the Brine King, and finish Act 6.
When I'm ready, and not before.
There's an essence. We probably want to check that one out. This is an essence of greed. That's a low level one. Is that the right way? Probably not. And this is a throne. Not much of a throne, really, but...
So courageous. Such a fine example of womanhood. I simply knew you wouldn't disappoint me. Or my husband. You see, His Majesty could never be satiated on his wedding day by one bride alone. Thank you, my new sister. I shall always treasure your company.
And as for this fight, there's a lot of physical damage involved, but you also need cold resistance and lightning resistance. This is the final phase. We need to avoid the lightning strikes.
When I'm ready, and not before.
And that was it.
Sologoth.
Let's pick up some of these items. Anything with energy shield, evasion.
And death washed clean of dark desire.
And we can speak to Whalam and move on to Act 7.
Did you? You're still breathing. Bloody barnacles on me ass. You, my new friend, are a legend of the high seas to behold. I tell you what, I've already done my bit getting you here, but if you're looking to sail onto Frisia, me and the Black Crest would be honored to take ya.
And we can set sail.
Hold on to your cockles, me hearty. The sea betwixt here and Frisia be the most ill-tempered there is. Here's hoping you've as much steel in your gizzard as you seem to in your heart. Cast off!
And this is the Broken Bridge. This is where we fought Creighton, but it acts as a hub for the 7th act. Now let me identify these really quick before we talk to anyone. These are honestly not that great. That shield might be useful. Has a decent amount of life. This life regen just doesn't work though. And now that we're here, I'm going to end the episode and hope to see you in the next one, where we take on the 7th act and hopefully complete the 2nd labyrinth and get more ascendancy points as well. We'll see. I usually get distracted and spend a lot more time than I have to doing these acts, but hey, as long as everyone's having fun, it works out in the end. So take care out there.